We have 5 items and we're going to choose 3 at a time to see how many combinations we can come up with. Step 1 is the total number of items factorial. And then step 2, what you're choosing is on the bottom, 3 factorial. And then subtract the 2 and find the factorial of the difference. So 5 minus 3. On the top we still have 5 factorial. On the bottom it's 3 factorial times 2 factorial. And 5 factorial is 120. On the bottom 3 factorial is 6. 2 factorial is 2. So it's really 120 divided by 12, which comes out to a neat answer of 10. 7 items total, and we're going to choose 2 of them to find out how many combinations we can come up with. 7 factorial over 2 factorial times the factorial of the difference between 7 and 2. So that gives us 7 factorial on the top. On the bottom it's 2 factorial times 5 factorial. And 7 factorial in your calculator will come out to be 5,040. On the bottom we have 2 factorial times 120. So we really have 5040 over 240. Divide 5040 by 240 to come up with an answer of 21. We have 5 items and we're choosing 2. We want to see in how many different ways we can arrange these items, in which order is important. We start with 5 factorial, and that's over top the factorial of the difference of 5 minus 2. On the top, 5 factorial is 120. On the bottom, 5 minus 2 is 3. And 3 factorial is 6. 120 divided by 6 is 20. We have 6 items, we're choosing 2, and we want to see how many different arrangements we can make of these items where order is important. 6 factorial over the difference factorial of 6 minus 2. So 6 factorial over 4 factorial. 6 factorial is 720, and 4 factorial is 24. 720 divided by 24 is 30. Solve the proportion x over 3 equals 4 over 9. Cross multiply where the x is to get 9x, and then cross multiply here to get 12. And divide 12 by 9. 12 divided by 9 comes out to be 1.3, repeating. Solve the proportion 5 over x equals 12 over 7. Find where the x is at and cross multiply there first to get 12x, and then 5 times 7 is 35. Divide 35 by 12 to come up with an answer of 2.916, and then the 6 repeats, but we're going to round it to the 10th place to get 2.9. Solve the proportion 3 over 2 equals x over 12. Cross multiply where the x is first to get 2x, and then 3 times 12 is 36. This one comes out even. 36 divided by 2 is 18. Solve the proportion 5 over 3 equals 4 over x. Cross multiply where the x is first, 5x, and then 3 times 4 is 12. Divide 12 by 5 and come up with an answer of 2.4. John earns $900 each week. If John saved 10% of his pay each week and invested in a continuously compounded CD after 2 years that paid a rate of 4.75%, then what would John have after 10 years? The key part of this problem to start with is that he's going to buy the CD after 2 years. So the rate of 4.75 is for 10 years. after he's bought the CD. He saved money for 2 years. So what is 10% of 900? $90. So he saved $90 a week for how many weeks? 104 weeks, yes, because that's 2 years. So what is 90 times 104? Yeah, 9,360. So with that 9,360, that's going to be the principal to start with, and we're looking for an amount that he's going to have left, which is A, and then we'll go times e to the power of 0.0475 times 10 years. So in your calculator, you're going to hit 9360 times 2.71 to the power of 0.0475 times 10. And you should come out with an answer of $15,029.21. Sally earned $800 each week. She took out 22% of her check each week. She set that aside. Of that amount, she puts aside 10% to save for a CD that costs $8,000. How long did it take Sally in weeks to save enough for the CD? So step 1 is 800 times 0.22, and that comes back to be an amount of $176. Of that $176, she's saving 10%. So multiply by 0.10. 176 times 0.10 is $17.60. Now, if that's what she's saving each week, we have to figure out how many weeks it's going to take her to get to $8,000. So $8,000 divided by $17.60. And that comes out to be a value of 454 point some odd weeks, but you always round it up to the next week, so it's 455 weeks.